welcome back. It's me again, and yeah, I know that it's been a very long gap since I posted, but here I am to motivate you, to uplift you in your way. The recent thing that the youngsters in this generation they are dealing with right now are the doubts they have of themselves. And when we give much bigger space to these doubts, they consume our thoughts, they consume our energy, our potential, and everything. And the very question that I have dealt with and I've heard some people is that, am I qualified for being in that place? Like, am I really called to be in that place? Or do I have something that I have to do? But I just wanted to remind you that wherever God has placed you, He has a plan for you, He has a purpose for you. And sometimes we forget about our plan and purpose that God has given us. And instead, we look and compare our lives, our situation with other people, and then we think, like, we are not meant for this place. We are to be on some place different than what we are in. And that creates a doubt. And doubting, I don't think that it's bad. Sometimes these doubts, these questions that come into our mind, they lead us astray. They lead us astray from our tracks that we are supposed to be working. And in my life also, I have had many doubts. I have had many questions. I have had many, you know, all these doubts and questions that come all of a sudden in my mind. And I used to think, like, what if I am in the wrong place? What if I am doing the wrong thing at the wrong time and all sorts of things? But one thing that I learned is that I need to keep my focus on God rather than on my doubts. And we do have many scriptures that tells us to focus on God instead of the situations that are around us, the people that are around us. Instead of focusing on their talks, on their status, on their positions, and all the things that they are doing, we need to focus on the Lord. And when we set our focus on one thing, that is the Lord, everything comes in alignment. And we need to remind ourselves every day, God is for me. We need to remind ourselves that God has a perfect, wonderful plan for us. And when we have faith in God, there are certain parts that God does in our lives that we can't do. And we need to trust in His timing. We need to trust in God all the time. So, yeah, today, if you are having self doubts, if you are having questions when you are looking at other people, when you are looking or comparing your lives with other people that are around you, if you are finding yourself in a situation where you feel helpless, in a place where, um, in a state of misery, just remember you need to focus on God. That is the ultimate answer for your distractions or your doubts and your questions. So, this is it. I hope that you are blessed. See you guys. Bye.